Wealth has a need for speed. This is what it means. It means that if you want to make money, if you want to be wealthy, then you have to do it fast. You have to do it very, very fast. And yes, there are people that will say things like you shouldn't be in a hurry to make money, right? Because of certain factors, of because of their upbringing and the likes of it. So they have tried to imbibe a culture to us that we don't need to rush to make money. That is fine and good. Maybe because they don't want us to, you know, be desperate. They don't want us to be anxious for nothing, and that's why they try to play it safe for us. They want us to take it easy, which is the what's that word? The safe space, the safe place, which is you getting a good job, climbing up, climbing up the ladder, the corporate ladder, gradually, then before you know it, you make wealth, or you become wealthy, or you become successful. This is what they sold to us. However, in my journey of finding about what wealth really means, I got to discover that for you to be wealthy, or for a person to say is wealthy, that means he has control over his money, and he has control over time. He has more control over his money, and he have more control over his time. And time here is our key principle, is the thing that we are looking at the most, because time is, I know what you want to think, money, right? Time is not money. Time is greater than money, right? If you lose your time, you can't get it back. But if you lose money, by the time you do one or two things, you can be able to get it back. So money and time, they are not on the same road. They are not on the same lane. So on my journey of discovery about wealth, I got to find out that if you want to be wealthy, you need to have control over your money and have control over your time, and you need to make money very, very fast. And I'll give you a very good example. If it takes you a year to make 1 million naira, are you rich? No. But if it takes you 6 months to make that same 1 million naira, are you still rich? It depends, right? It depends. But when we compare the two, we see that one is better than the other, which is the 6 month period is better than the 1 year period to make 1 million naira. Now it gets more interesting and it gets more better. If it takes you 2 months to make 1 million naira, are you still wealthy? So basically we are saying if it's going to take you 2 months to make every million, that means in 4 months you make 2 million, in 6 months you make 3 million. That's better, abi? Does that make you wealthy? It might not necessarily make you wealthy, but it makes you better than other people that are that they are taking a lot of time to make that same money. And before we bring sentiment into the topic, saying that you don't compare yourself with other people and the likes of it, it's very true. You don't compare yourself to other people's journey. However, you should be able to know that in your journey of making wealth, wealth has a need for speed, and you must get this money fast. Now, how to get the money fast is not the problem, right? The problem is people in that pursuit of making the money fast enter into certain types of situations that they are not proud of, that it will take them time to pull out from, right? So now, that is the issue in itself. The taking time, the people lost themselves in the process. That is the issue. That is why people say don't get rich quick, don't get quick rich, or don't get quick rich quick. ah so but when you have control over your mind, when you have control over your money, over what you allow to like move you, then you can be on a better path to making wealth faster. Now there are principles to make wealth faster, right? There are principles to make wealth faster. And because we are talking about money has a need, or wealth has a need for speed, I'm going to be sharing how you can make money faster. And it's very simple. You can make money faster through what I call value, right? Values. When you're able to identify a value, when you're able to be valuable, you'll be able to make money faster. Now, it's not just enough of you having value, it's how many people can you serve that value at a particular time, right? How many people can you serve that value at a particular time? So let's take for instance now, you're a makeup artist, and makeup doing makeup or doing beauty is a skill, abi, and it makes you valuable. But if you are going to be serving one person or two people in a month, maybe at a lower price, you are being valuable, but you are not making money out of it as per the money you want, right? But if you are able to serve 15 people in a month, it's better than serving 2 people in a month, abi. It means you have made more money. If you're able to serve 15 people in 2 days, you have made, if not 10 times or 15 times the money, right? So this is how we should be seeing making money. This is how we should see wealth. That wealth has a need for speed. If you are saying that you are taking it small, you are doing this, you are doing that, well, that's a good one for you, but it might take you years and years to be able to make the money that you can even live off of, right? So that is the mindset that I want us to have, that in our journey of making money, we should start thinking of how can I make money faster, right? What can I leverage on to make me money faster? And yes, we are talking about leverage, but there's still something better, which is selling. I got to find out that for some time now, I've been selling, but I've not been selling the right way. I've not been selling the way that I'm supposed to sell, that can make me make money faster. I depend mostly on word of mouth, right? Due to your values, people recommend you, people see that you are good at this skill, so they recommend you for jobs and all those things. But when you put yourself out there, when you are always selling yourself at every given instance, you are always selling yourself, your chances to make money faster will be higher than someone that is not selling himself, right? So I got to figure out that thing. I was like, wow, is this the reason why I'm stocked, or why I've been stocked? And most of the time, most of us have this fear of talking to people, right? We know we are good, but we are just scared to just talk to people. We are scared to like interact with people, just because we have like a blocking in our mind that eh, how would this
Hi,
hello, hi, how are you doing?
can you hear me now? Sorry, I was having network issues.
Oh, so sorry about that. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just hope you have been hearing what I've been
So,
saying ever since.
yes, I have, but I wasn't able to tune in. Support better people.
All right, no problem. So I'll in this session I'll be asking you some questions, but I just want you to
Okay.
turn off your mic a little so I can just finish up and like wrap up. My battery is down,
Okay.
so we might end this meeting like quick or wherever it stops, right? Okay, so we are talking about wealth has a need for speed, right? Please, if you can hear me, just turn off your mic so it doesn't echo in. Thank you. So we are talking about having the need for speed, right? And if we are not selling, our chances to make money will be slim. Like we will just be going like snail. And there's one thing I've noticed according to my research that I've made, the videos I've watched and all those things, and the book I've read, I got to find out that for us to make money, we need to actually go with some kind of like aggressiveness, with some kind of fervor. Like we just have to just be going. And I don't used to understand this thing before because I used to see some people that will feel like, why are you guys pressuring yourself? You know that you will make money in this life, so why are you pressuring yourself, right? I don't used to see the urgency for it because maybe you have certain privilege of like maybe living with your parents or something like that. But as of recent, I got to see that, oh, this is why they need the this is why they are having this urgency to make money, right? However, most of them do it very wrong, and that's where me I will draw the line, I will draw the curtain. They have unnecessary form of anxiety that, hey, where is this money coming from? This one, that one. Like because they don't have money in their accounts, they are not in a good mood. They cannot communicate with you. They cannot even check up on their friend or do this or do that because they have or they don't have the money that they are looking for in their accounts. That's where the thing becomes extreme, right? It becomes extreme that way. And making money or having wealth, trying to make wealth faster, that thing cannot help you. Like it won't help you at all, right? So what did I find out? Still talking about selling. I found out that if we learn how to sell, our chances of success will be very very high. And guess what? Most of us have been selling all our life. In fact, life is all about buying and selling. It's just that most of us are not aware to see that life is about buying and selling. Since the beginning of time, right? You have something that I have that I need. You have something that I need. So since the beginning of time, you have something that I need, right? And I have something that you need. Because we both have something that we need, we will exchange. We will exchange it in a way, in a form. And thanks to human civilization, our means of exchange was money. Like we move from trade by barter, we move down, entering money, entering gold, entering cryptocurrency, right? So value exchange is something that we cannot take away. However, even if you are going to exchange value, you must be ready and willing to sell that value. Like if you do not put yourself out there to even sell what you have, you cannot make money. And like the topic says, wealth has a need for speed, right? You will just remain stuck at that point. Do you want to say anything? Okay. So wealth has a need for speed, and one of the things or one of the ways we can get money faster, we can make a lot of money faster and become wealthy is when we focus on learning how to sell, right? I At some point I was like thinking that okay, it's just my skill. If I So long as I'm good at this thing, people will always come to meet me. Guess what? Yes, I was good to an extent. I kept quiet, the people that are reaching out to me based off of word of mouth, right? And not because I necessarily sold to them or I keep on selling to them. They reach out to me through word of mouth and they believe that okay, this guy is actually capable of delivering, right? So they always tell their friends, their family members that um they have somebody for the job, they have someone that can do the job effectively, right? Meanwhile, I'm always there not selling. I'll just be there looking at them and be expecting them to come back whenever they have um jobs, right? And also even myself, I dey do pass myself sometimes. I feel sometimes what's doing me is because maybe when you are beginning to lose passion for certain types of thing, that can also be a cause, right? Because if you don't see that okay, this thing that you have is all you've got and you need to put it out there, you need to like go extra mile to make sure that this thing is well known to people, then that means you don't necessarily need it or you can do without it, right? So I think that's one thing that is wrong. Did I say wrong? That I feel that is doing me when it comes to like photography. I do put myself out there, but the way I'm supposed to carry the photography on my head, I noticed that at some point I dropped. I stopped carrying it on my head like that. Maybe because I found something higher, right? So the whole emphasis of this call now is to sell ourselves. When you tell somebody to follow you to church, you are selling to that person, right? You are selling to that person. Some people think they are not selling, or some people think selling is just all about being a market woman. No, selling is not just all about being a market woman. It's not just about you staying in the market all day physically trading rice and beans. No, selling has to do with human communication. When you are able to communicate better, you'll be able to sell better, and when you're able to sell better, you'll be able to make money faster, right? There's something I'm learning currently that I've observed. I've observed it in speakers, I've observed it in mentors, right? My online mentors. There's one thing about them, they have some kind of confidence, right? When they speak. When I used to speak sometimes, my volume would be low. You could tell that okay, it's like this one doesn't even know what he's saying or something. Meanwhile, you have everything in your head. You've read, you've researched, you know what you are saying. But because of how you say it, it's not coming with some form of authority. I notice it about myself and I now start working on myself. This call that we are having currently now is an upgrade from the way I used to talk. If you notice, if you go back to our previous recording, you will see a change. Compare this one to the last one, you will see a change. Because I keep on asking myself, how is these people so confident that when they talk, it's as if like they've known every single thing, like they just have this confidence, even if they are not seeing you, but they are talking with confidence. You understand? So communication is one way that can help us sell better. Communication is one way that if we learn how to communicate, if we learn how to sell, we will make money faster and better than many other people that are not good communicators. And now, for us to sell, we don't necessarily have to force somebody to buy what we are selling. No. If you're a makeup artist, you don't have to force somebody to buy what you are selling. All you just have to do is you have to be confident in that your product, number one, or that your service. Number two, you have to ask this person, or you need to know if this thing that you are giving to this person is valuable, if this thing that you are giving to this person, if they need it, right? If they don't need it, there's no how you will convince them they will not buy, right? So selling is not you forcing somebody or convincing somebody to buy. Ever since I got that revelation from Myron Golden, my perspective towards selling changed. Like If I want to sell you something, I don't need to force you to sell you my service. No. I'll first try and figure out if you even need my service in the first place. And guess what? There's something Myron Golden said that even bust my brain the more. He said we are trying to sell something to somebody that needs it, and that's why we are poor. I was like, what? You are trying to sell something to somebody that needs it. Guess what? What is need? Need is something you cannot do without, Abi. He said the reason why most people or more businesses stay stuck is because they are trying to sell a product to people that needs it, not people that want it. He said rich people buy because they want it and not because they need it. I was like, this man has finished me again. So he now said if you want to make bastard money, just look for rich people that want what you have, that they don't need it but they want it. They will give you any amount for that thing. They will give you any amount for that thing. And I will give you an example. Let's say for instance, as a makeup artist, I'm using the makeup artist because Esther here is a makeup artist, right? A makeup artist is good at her service. She has positioned herself, she has done whatever she can do, and maybe somebody recommended a service to their friend, and this her friend reach out to Esther, who is a makeup artist. Oh, what's up? Hi, I want to do so and so makeup. My makeup or the event I'll be going for is tomorrow. Can you do it? Now the event is tomorrow. This person doesn't need makeup. She wants makeup because she can decide to just go to the event without the makeup. But she wants the makeup not because she needs it, just because just to make her look good, just because every other person is doing it. So when that kind of person comes to you, and when there's now the urgency of that thing that the person wants, I'm telling you, you will make bastard money. You will make bastard money. So that is one thing, that's one way to see selling, right? Another way to see selling, like Myron Golden will say, he said he's not trying to sell anybody anything. And I was like, okay, this is psychological game. You guys are playing psychology on us, right? How are you not trying to sell somebody? You have a book, you have a program, you have a coach, a coaching session or something, and you're not trying to sell anybody. How? He said these people want it, or these people need it, or these people have seen that this thing will help them in their life, right? Now when he's trying to sell to somebody, he will tell you the benefits, and he will tell you like the thing you will miss out on if you don't buy. Not that he's trying to manipulate you, he's just trying to tell you that see this thing, you can choose to buy or you can choose not to buy. Whichever one you choose to do, I'll still be here doing my thing. If you don't buy, other people will buy. And there's something, because of time, I'll be teaching that thing maybe in the next class. It's called the law of average. And I'll just give you what it means now, right? The law of average states that many people will, like, if one person don't buy something, there are other people that will buy that thing, right? There's a way the thing it states that law of average, right? That I've forgotten how we put it, but the law of average just simply means that if you are always getting no, by the time you get to 100, you'll get 1 yes. That's like what it means in a very simple plain term, right? So because I understood the law of average now, I don't even really say it like that. If you say, okay, you cannot afford my service, and maybe I choose not to give you discount, fine and good, you can go. If you can afford my service, fine, I'll still be here doing my own thing. If you do not buy, somebody else will buy. So all this mindset of selling is what we need to know to make us make money faster and better. So I'll just be stopping here for now. I want to know if you have any question concerning what we'll be saying. Confidence, you're welcome. Esther, do you have any questions so far?
Uh, Good evening, everyone. I'm a staff. So, Mr. Beshu, what the topic we had this evening was a wonderful one, and I'm glad I got to partake in this program. Yeah, you spoke about the law of selling, and yes, I love that. I love that they are. You don't. How do I put it now? You don't necessarily have to force people to buy what you're selling or what you're offering. As far as you know your right audience. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You're right. So long as you know
Okay,
your
so
right audience and you know the people that want it or needs that goods.
exactly the
Yeah,
service you're offering or the goods you're selling,
yeah.
you're good to go. Good to
All
go.
right.
So I'm just a novice and I'm glad I'm here. I'm still learning. I'm still up and coming. So yeah. Thank you for sharing this.
You're welcome. But I just want you to know that you're not up and coming. Anybody that is saying up and coming, first of all, what we'll be trying to do in our classes, we'll be trying to, as much as possible, end all those kind of up and coming mindsets, right? You are already that person before that person manifests. So you already have millions first before your millions will now show in your pocket. So you see that up and coming. Let's just try to start thinking.
Yes, I need to build on that to be
uh,
more learning to be more confident because I think I lack that aspect a lot.
no problem. I believe that with time, you will try to see how we can get like a review system where you can get to assess yourself, right? So that one will be
Yeah.
sorted out. All right, thank you very much. Um,
Thank you for having me.
Confidence. Good evening. Please, you can turn on your mic and just say something. My laptop is about to die, so I'm trying to wrap up.
Okay, I'll be very quick. Good evening, Virtue. Good evening, Esther. It's good to be here. Although I got the memo late, but I am I'm glad that I was able to, join even before the classes wrapped up. So I think I got a thing or two, and I really like that you were talking about selling. Now I would probably just like to generalize it here. In this world, basically, it's more about selling. Like you just have to know how to sell. You just have to, regardless of, say, your audience, regardless of your niche, right? Because life sometimes can throw you in different directions. Like, okay, I am doing something that I probably would not be doing in 5 years' time, but then I am here right now. How can I make best of this moment, right? So it's just about selling. You have to know how to sell so that regardless of the niche, regardless of your audience, you're still out there. So yes, I got a thing or two. Thank you so much for this very insightful session. I appreciate.
All right, thank you so much. And I really want to appreciate you also for putting in that extra point. Wherever you find yourself at some point, you will have to sell, right? Because if you are doing makeup artist today, tomorrow you might be an MD, tomorrow you might be a CEO, tomorrow you might be a founder. You need to understand the selling the selling aspect, because it's that selling aspect that will make you transition smoothly into those fields, right? So I just want to say thank you for adding that point. And yeah, today was a wonderful session. I wish it can be even longer than this, but I just have to go because my laptop is about to die. And we are also having this same session tomorrow. We are having it every Thursday and every Friday, the same time, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. to 9:30 is a 30-minute session. But when you see 9:45, it's because we might we might extend a little. So yeah, thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. The recording will be out tomorrow in case maybe you want to preview or rewatch. Thank you for joining. And also I would like you guys to take quickly do a screenshot, or quickly take do a screenshot of this session. Just do it to keep it. You might not post it, or you might choose not to post it, but just do it to keep it for reference purpose, right? And yeah, have you done that? All right, thank you very much. Have a lovely night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
You for